Hey there, Libra Sun, Libra Moon, Libra Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directive. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. Today, though, we're doing the monthly reading for the season of Sagittarius, which is November 22nd to December 20th, and then we'll follow it up with the weekly report. So hang in there. We got a long one ahead of us. I did channel some information for you, and we'll get to that in just a second. But first, I want to thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, for helping me to grow my channel. I want to ask you right now if you would please hit the thumbs up button. There's a couple reasons for it. One, it does help me to grow my channel. But more importantly, I think it helps connect our energy. And when I try to do the channeling, I try to get into the energy of the people who will be watching it. And it's a lot easier if we've already connected in energy prior to that, or even after that. It's energy is kind of interesting. It all seems to actually kind of happen at once. But anyways, if you would do that, and if you would like to leave me a comment, I always appreciate that. I really, really do enjoy getting to know the people that are watching my videos. I don't know, I really like it. I do answer all of them. Maybe one day there'll be so many messages I can't answer all of them, but that hasn't happened yet. So, you know, how about challenge accepted? Give me so many messages to see if I can keep up. All right, so I was channeling for you. A couple of things I did this month. I actually kind of went down a rabbit hole about numerology. And so I was like, I wonder what the numerology of the different signs were. And so yours was harmony. It came up as a 6. It's harmony. And I thought, well, that's perfect for Libra. But there was something I noticed as I did the numerology for all the signs. It's the energy of what you're striving toward, what you're trying to create, what you want to have, and what do you need to overcome to get there. And so you're striving toward harmony. And I thought, well, that I don't like your overall energy for the month. So I want to know what that's about. Hold on. Okay. All right. Okay. So the channeled information. Okay, so what I saw, oh, this makes so much sense with what I just saw come up in the cards. Okay. All right, so what I saw was, it was dark. I mean, it was really, really dark. And then in front of my eyes, I saw like this pole. And then I kind of pulled back to try to get a better vision of what it was. And I realized it was a sprout coming out of a seed, kind of like a lima bean. I don't know if you ever did that experiment when you were kids, where you had the little clear plastic cup and you planted them and you stuck them over by the side so you could see them developing and how they, sprung up out of nowhere. And so I realized it was a shoot coming up from a seed that was planted, and it was pushing its way through the soil. And I thought, well, it kind of looked like a lima bean, but a lima bean happens quickly. And then I heard bamboo, and I thought, oh, yeah, not so fast. So with bamboo, it actually, they're underground growing and creating the network of support and gathering the nutrients for like 3 years. And then all of a sudden they pop up out of the ground and they grow really big, really fast, like within months. And so I don't know if you have a lima bean or if you have a bamboo, but I heard just because you can't see change doesn't mean it's not happening, which makes a lot of sense with the cards I pulled. So let's get into the cards for the month, see what we have here. This is the 9-card spread. The 9-card spread, this says past, present, future, thoughts, feelings, actions. The center card is the key to the situation, how you can really make things work. But the overall energy that you have was this, dark thoughts. Well, if you're wondering if all the stuff you've been working on is actually making any progress, I guess you would have dark thoughts about it. And I said, well, what about? And so here we have your higher self. And so you might be doubting your intuition. You might be doubting the direction you headed off. You might be worried that you made a mistake, only there's no such thing really. We just have choices, and we learn things, and we grow. We gather wisdom and knowledge and information along the way. And so focusing on using and strengthening your connection with your higher self. paying attention to what you're thinking and feeling to overcome the dark thoughts. Because just because you don't see anything happening, just because you can't see growth or change happening in a relationship or in a business plan or in, anything that your work project that you feel like you've really been pouring yourself into, doesn't mean that it's not happening. It's still underneath the ground, but it's growing. Okay, so peace. This is the key to the situation, is pouring peace over the dark thoughts. So when those dark thoughts start to swell up this month, just think to yourself, just because I can't see the change doesn't mean it's not happening. Really hang on to that. And breathe through it and allow the peace to flow over you, and just pay attention to your intuition and ask, what is in my best and highest good for my next move? What would be the best decision at this point? Yep, so you have been dealing in the past with lots of thoughts about this consciousness of lack. If you are focusing on what you don't have, you're manifesting that right now. You are blocking opportunity. The energy of manifestation is so strong right now, and so what you are thinking about is what you're creating. So if you are focusing on this consciousness of lack, and this card has shown up for many people, and I think it's because we're coming out of Scorpio, and Scorpio with Mercury in retrograde in Scorpio, that is that going in and digging up and stirring up all the crap, right? And making us see where, well, I need to transform this or this, what do you release, what do you keep? And so I think it's left many of us feeling like, oh my gosh, I don't have this part of my life together. I don't have this organized. I'm not where I wanted to be on this, and there's that feeling, right? And so if you're focusing on that, then you can't move yourself forward. And so the process of retrograde is to stir it all up and then remove it, eliminate it, let it go, so that you have nice, pure, clean vibrational energy. In order to transform your situation, you need to let it go. No kidding. Okay, so letting go of your sense of lack and finding the peace and the serenity, that is the key to your success. Okay, and so this card showed up in this position before, and you have loss coming in the future, but I want you to look at this a different way. Because the way it showed up is this ship sailing off into the dawn of a new day. The loss is letting go, right? When you can let go, you transform your life and you leave behind this, which isn't working for you. You're sailing forward. In the recent past, yes, there you are, Libra, on a teeter-totter. Maybe it's this, maybe it's that. I don't know. Can't decide. I'm back and forth and back and forth. That is Libra in lower vibrational energy. Higher vibrational energy Libras have figured out how to not do that. If you are still doing it, and I'm not judging. Because honestly, we all shift. We'll be in high vibration and we'll dip down. We go up, we go down. Nobody, I don't know anyone who's always in higher vibrational energies personally. So don't judge yourself for that. But you struggle with it more than others, trying to find that balance, right? Back and forth, making a decision. So make the decision to let go of the crap that's not working so you can find the peace. And you could sail off into the dawn of the new day. And in the future, there is this sense of family, of community, of a new beginning. When I see the family in the heart area, that is just beautiful energy, really. That is that soul family. That is your tribe. That is your community. It could be a blood family. It could be connection with your ancestors through spirit. It could be the people that you meet along the way that you say, hey, this is the family that I care about. So in the past, you've been working to try to discover what is of value in your life. That's been difficult. Like, where are my values? What really matters? What do I keep? What's worth keeping, and he's panning for gold, right? Some of it's fool's gold. Some of it's actual gold, and most of it is silt and dirt that doesn't have any value. And sometimes there's another rare mineral that might show up, and you might have to look at something a little closer because it wasn't what you were expecting to find, but it could be worth more. So there's this assessing process, this process of looking at things and peering into it and trying to discover what has value and what doesn't, and letting it go. Okay, so we have family here, and we have family, friends, and guides here. So the action is reconnecting with your higher self, reconnecting with family and friends, letting go of negative energy, counting your blessings, the blessings of the abundance of relationships. Libra, you are really great at creating amazing relationships. So counting the blessing of your family and friends and discovering that that might be what is really of value, right? And in the future, here you go. You moved out of this back and forth energy into the planning and taking action. When you let go of what's keeping you stuck in port, tied down, and decide to set sail, the future is what you make of it. And you get to chart it out. You get to figure out where it is that you're going. So by the end of this Sagittarius season, you should be in the part of your life where you're going, okay, I am charting my next steps, which is really a great thing to do at the end of the year anyways, figuring out where you're going to go next year. What are your big plans, New Year's resolutions. All right, so let's just get a little guidance on this. I think that it's important to understand you're co-creating with spirit, and so planning and action is kind of like, I know the general destination of where I'm going, and I'm planning and plotting my next couple of steps, okay? And be open to synchronicities and opportunities that have come to you with the flow of the universe that might be better and brighter than you were expecting, so don't be rigid. You are an initiating sign, though, so I'm sure you'll be fine. Okay, so you were born with that it quality. Nice. Do you want to know what's really beautiful? Confidence. Do you want to know what's really powerful? Persistence. Do you want to know what's really sexy? Please, I know about sexy. Not needing to be needed, right? Not needing to be needed is sexy. That's confidence. Like, I don't need to be needed, right? I am happy to be a partnership with you. I'm happy to be in a relationship with you. But if I need to be needed, then that's a codependent relationship. And that's not a healthy one. Boundaries, people, boundaries, right? And if still they don't notice your good looks, your strength, and your sachet, could you feel more sorry for them? Like, they're missing out, right? Not you. And then you know what to do. Listen to your higher self. You know what to do. You have the knowledge, the wisdom. It's inside of you. You can chart your course. You know what to do. In all battles of the heart over the mind, go with your heart. Oh my gosh, that's my favorite thing to say. Because truly, it's a lot easier for your mind to catch up with your heart than it is for your heart to catch up with your mind. A whole lot easier. Not that I don't love your mind. Your heart, that's your intuition, that's your higher self. When you're weighing something out, and all things being equal, what does your heart want? And sometimes even when it doesn't seem it, when you're back and forth and one side's weighing down more, like the facts really seem to be on this side, but if you really want to bring it into balance, understanding that the heart actually has more weight than the facts, I tip you back. Follow your heart. You have such a great, big, good heart, Libra. You should trust it. What's that? Oh, Treasure Island. Discovering what is really of value. And mending. Mending your heart, mending relationships, because I see family, friends, guides here. You know, if there's a situation that needs a conversation, then have the conversation. Be gentle, be kind, be loving. And hey, guess what? If they don't get how great you are, then move on. It's not your loss. So, accept happiness and good fortune. And seize opportunities courageously. Your heart knows what to do. You can chart. You can make the plan of action. You know which way to go with that. You know what needs to be done. I have to unplug my computer there so it doesn't kill the battery. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll move on to the weekly. At this point, we have some interesting things happening this week. On Tuesday, we've got Mars moving into Scorpio. We'll have that nice get-her-done energy, which thank God, because at that point, Mercury will be stationary, getting ready to go direct on Wednesday. And I don't know about you, but it has been so sluggish, painfully sluggish. The last, I don't know how many weeks. 5 weeks we're already into this, and we have 2 more while we're in shadow, so it'll slowly start picking up speed. It's not going to be full steam ahead, right? So there's 2 weeks of shadow period. So continue to be vigilant, checking out details, being aware, paying attention. It's still going to be all those things. It's going to be picking up steam. It's moving in the right direction. Some stuff that you went over, twice already gets one more shot at it. So like whatever was going on in the middle of October that had you stressed out, well, that's coming back around again. Hopefully you've learned something along the way and you can manage it better this time. Because, it's moving forward, it backs up, and then it moves forward again, and it goes past the place where it stopped. So, it's going to hit that area 3 times. Yay. So, depends what was going on in the middle of October. Hopefully it was good stuff, but if it wasn't, it's going to be stirred up a little bit more, and this is your opportunity to really put it together. So, we walk into the week with the moon in Leo. Got there on Sunday. And Leo does a couple of interesting things on Monday and Tuesday. This moon in Leo goes into a square with Mercury in Scorpio, which is kind of a tense communication kind of energy. And then on Tuesday, it will square the sun in Scorpio, which now we've got the moon shining a light and we've got the sun shining a light at this hard angle, right? So it's very laser focused. There's something right here, but there's this tension on it. So the communication's intense. The information that comes to light could be contentious, difficult. Doesn't look that way for you, though, from what I'm looking here. This looks pretty good. So, it's just something to keep in mind. But your energy this week, oh my gosh. Look, this is the 10. Is that the 10? No, that's the King. That's the King of Pentacles. That's having it all. Financial abundance, family, home, spirituality under control. I mean, that is having it all. And so you have the King of Pentacles and you have the Queen of Wands orchestrating and creating your own life. These are 2 very creative energies for you for this month, for this week. And it's a new project, a new idea. So things have been kind of maybe stalled out because of Mercury being in retrograde, and now this creative energy is picking up for you. It's really lovely. It's an opportunity to start driving forward. So remember that seed of intention? Just because you can't see anything happening doesn't mean it's not. So what is it that you want? That looks so good. Okay. Now, Monday and Tuesday, the other thing that's going on, so we have this need for the wisdom from lessons learned from things in the past, and being grateful for what you can, what you've done, where you're at, what you have, the family and friends, the whatever the situation is, right? And gratitude, when you're feeling grateful in the now moment, you raise your vibrational energy. And energy matches energy. And so the opportunities coming to you will flow from a higher vibrational energy. When you are feeling this lack, when you're in that dark thoughts and nothing's happening, then you lower your vibrational energy and the good stuff passes right over the top of you. Don't let that happen to you. Get your vibrational energy up there by thinking about all the things that you're grateful for. You may be challenged by, in a professional arena, I almost feel like, but it could be family, that says something to you like, well, you know, I know what you did in the past. What are you doing right now? Like, I don't see any real progress here. And you may have to defend your reputation. Part of it is everything's so sluggish from this Mercury retrograde, and people just, I think they're exhausted and tired and, you know. But you have air dragon, which is great because you're an air sign. It says it helps you rise above earthly manners, communicate honestly, bring inspiration and hope, see life from a higher perspective. Your attitude will your attitude will create your altitude, right? How high your vibrational energy is easily determined by your attitude. So pick the attitude that works, the one that gets you up there, right? Communicate with love and care and honesty. Like, don't tell somebody something just because you're trying to avoid conflict, but so have the difficult conversation, but do it with compassion and kindness. You know, do it in a gentle way, but do it with honesty. Because not being honest to spare someone's feelings, I don't know any time really that works. You know, about the only time that works is if you've shown up at a party and your friend is already there with their haircut that you think is whoa, or that dress that and they say, how do I look? You tell them they look fabulous, right? Because confidence is sexy, and if they believe it, they actually will exude it. So that's one time, and that's the only time I can think of. All right, so you have courage and ask for the help you need, because on Tuesday night, 8:54 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the moon is going to move into Virgo, and then yay, Mercury goes direct on Wednesday. And this energy right here is kind of like this need to explore your basic principles for your financial planning, protecting your assets, but also feeling divinely protected and guided. Pushing through the resistance. Thursday is really good energy for actually getting stuff accomplished and getting stuff done after having been so stagnant. But it says have courage to ask for and accept help. So it looks like you're creating something here, right? And we have a pair. We have a king and a queen. One of them is manifesting in the earthly realms, very practical, grounded, and the other one is this fire energy of orchestrating and getting things done. So you might need a team. Ask for the help that you need to get things done. Now, could it be spirit? Absolutely. Don't forget to ask spirit to help you. They can't help you unless you ask. So make sure you're talking to your spirit team too. On Thursday night at 11:20 p.m., the moon moves into Libra. And then at 9:59 a.m. on Friday, the sun moves into Sagittarius. So happy birthday to you if you're a Sagittarius who is cross-watching. This energy here is about surrender and release and making concessions like, okay, I will give. It's the give and the take part. It is the balancing. It's Libra energy. You know how to do this, right? What do you need to let go of? What can you concede on? What can you step back from? Not necessarily to avoid the conflict, but to bring the peace in. Oh, you have surprise. Somebody else got that. Look for the unexpected today. Surprise! It's a unicorn bringing it. So I think it's a good surprise. Right? So pay attention. See what the synchronicities are. You've asked for help, and that's surprise. Here it is. So in the middle of the week, if you're kind of stuck on something, ask for divine guidance, ask for divine protection, ask for people that you know that would be in the position to maybe help you to help you. You don't know what doors it might open. So Saturday and Sunday is really good energy for wrapping up projects, especially if you got something going on, around the house or whatever, that you kind of started and you've been kind of working on it. Well, you finally have some energy, with the sun now in Sagittarius and, Mars is in Scorpio. That's some get it done energy. And so the Mercury has gone direct. And so if you got something that you've been working on, but now really quickly, now's a really good time to wrap it up. But Sunday, I just want to advise you, there might be a situation that feels very much out of your control. And you might want to just hide how you're feeling. I want to remind you that you've been told to communicate with honesty. Finding a creative solution is better than internalizing upset feelings, right? So in this case, it almost feels like so far it's felt mostly like this is something where you can creatively figure stuff out yourself. But for your sign, I'm getting you're going to need to work in partnership to resolve the situation. And so communicating with honesty instead of just internalizing how you feel so that you can, find that creative solution. Okay. So, Father healing, set your sights higher, and make a wish. All right. Father healing. Your personal power increases as you give any father-related issues to the heavens. Here we have surrender, release, and peace. If there's a disagreement with your dad or a father-like figure or an authority figure, but this feels personal. It really does because it's happening over the weekend. But maybe it's something happens on Friday or it bleeds over into the weekend in your head. I don't know. But this really feels like actually family. So either you're the father or your father and you. If there's a situation that needs to be forgiven because we've been going through this Scorpio thing, it feels like it's not something that just popped up. This actually feels like something bigger than that. I think it was you guys that over the last couple of weeks we talked about how those voices in our heads that came from our parents have just really made it hard to feel confident, right? And remember, self-confidence is sexy. And so if there's these little voices, I want you to really just kindly and compassionately release the negative energy. You don't have to have the conversation, although you could, if you're being very honest. But the forgiveness needs to be forgiving them for being a divine spark of God, having a human experience. Having a human experience. Remember, you know what to do. They've made mistakes. You've made mistakes. We've all made mistakes. Who doesn't, right? So by forgiving them for being human or actually being divine, having a human experience, you guys came here to teach each other. You came here to learn and to grow, and you agreed to this lesson before you got here. So finding the gratitude for the wisdom that was gained and releasing any negative feelings so that you have the peace. You can bring the peace in. You have set your sights higher. Increase your standards and expect more for yourself. Don't settle. Again, if they don't know you're awesome, that's their loss, right? And make a wish. This is a magical moment. Make a wish and enjoy the manifestation. The creative energy right now, the ability to manifest is so strong in the universe right now. So manifesting positive and good things, right? We've got opportunities coming in, this treasure chest, this treasure island, this discovering something energy. Make a wish. What do you want? The negative stuff, the sooner you can let go of that energy, the sooner you unblock the flow of abundance to you. The sooner you can push through the soil out into the light and grow something amazing, right? So you have pre-night. I accept the impermanence of all things. I know that change brings renewal and goodness. Wow, that is a great Scorpio ending. Change brings renewal and goodness. Brings renewal and goodness. Change brings... So changing, there's long held anger or resentment, or changing your life by letting that stuff go. If a situation in your life has shifted, look for the good in it. And you have copyright? I am healthy and strong thanks to physical movement and exercise outdoors. If you're someone who works outdoors, excellent. If not, spend some time outside. Get outside. I'm looking at him. He's outside and he's sturdy and strong, right? So get outside, go for a walk. I am healthy and strong thanks to physical movement and exercise outdoors. It feels like bringing your health into balance and understanding that could be the change that brings the renewal, right? That makes your life pop up. I'll tell you, this is a really nice reading. Lots of opportunity here for success. And just remember, right? If they don't appreciate who you are, that's not the right person anyways, and it's really their loss. Okay? All right, Libra, we will talk to you soon. Next month, if you don't come back for the weeklies, or next week, however that works out. You take care.